The truth is simple. Everybody wants success, but almost nobody wants the pain that comes with it. People see the cars, the money, the respect, the powerful lifestyle, but they don't see the sleepless nights, the loneliness, the pressure, the sacrifices, and the suffering behind it all. They want the reward without the battle, and that is why most people stay average forever. You cannot become strong by living an easy life. Comfort is dangerous. Comfort makes people weak, lazy, slow, emotional, and dependent. The moment you choose comfort over discipline, you lose. Every champion in this world suffered before they succeeded. Every powerful person faced rejection, stress, failure, betrayal, and pain. But they kept moving forward while everyone else was making excuses. Look around you. Weak people run away from hard times. The moment life punches them, they quit. They blame the world. They blame luck. They blame their family, their situation, their past. But winners accept the wish it to be, pain. Winners understand that sacrifice is not punishment, it is the path. You must sacrifice your comfort, your time, your sleep, your distractions, and sometimes even people around you if you truly want greatness. Nothing extraordinary is built without struggle. Diamonds are created under pressure. Warriors are created in battle. And successful people are created through suffering and discipline. If you want a powerful life, you must become a powerful person first. And powerful people are not, wish it to be, created by soft living. So when life becomes difficult, smile. Because pain is proof that you are growing. Sacrifice is proof that you are transforming into somebody stronger. While others are sleeping, you work. While others complain, you stay focused. While others quit, you keep fighting. Because one day, all the suffering, all the sacrifices, and all the pain will turn into strength, respect, freedom, and success. Everybody talks about success like it is some beautiful, glamorous thing. People scroll through social media and see expensive cars, private jets, luxury watches, big houses, and they think success is easy. They think successful people are lucky. They think money just appeared in their hands one day. But what they never see is the pain behind the scenes. They never see the sacrifices. They never see the sleepless nights, the stress, the loneliness, the pressure, the self-doubt, and the endless battles that had to be fought in silence. Pain is the real price of greatness. There is no other way around it. Every single person who became powerful in life had to suffer first. Every champion you admire had moments where they wanted to quit. Every successful entrepreneur had days where they felt broke, exhausted, and mentally destroyed. Every strong man once faced weakness, but the difference between winners and average people is simple. Winners accept the pain. Average people run away from it. The world today is full of weak minds. People want instant, wish it to be, success. They want fast money, fast results, fast fame, fast respect. The moment life becomes difficult, they panic, they complain, they cry, they look for shortcuts. But life does not reward shortcuts. Life rewards people who can survive pressure. Because pressure reveals who you really are. When you wake up early while everyone else is sleeping, that is pain. When you keep working while your friends are partying, that is sacrifice. When you stay disciplined even when you feel tired, stressed, wish it to be, and emotionally broken, that is the price of becoming dangerous. Most people will never understand this because they are addicted to comfort. Comfort is destroying millions of lives every single day. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it quietly kills ambition. It makes people lazy. It makes people weak. It trains the mind to avoid struggle. And once a man becomes addicted to comfort, he becomes incapable of greatness, because greatness demands suffering. Greatness demands discipline, wish it to be. Greatness demands the ability to keep moving forward even when life feels unfair. There will be moments in your life when nobody believes in you. People will laugh at your dreams. They will call you crazy. They will tell you to slow down. They will tell you your goals are impossible. And during those moments, you will feel alone. That loneliness is painful. But pain builds character. Pain builds focus. Pain builds strength. The people who avoid pain stay weak forever, while the people who face, wish it to be, pain become unstoppable. Look at athletes. Look at fighters. Look at soldiers. Do you think they become strong by relaxing all day? They become strong through suffering, through discipline, through repetition, through pushing themselves beyond limits every single day. While normal people are searching for comfort, warriors are training their minds to handle pressure. That is why they win. Success is not about motivation. Motivation is temporary. Some days you feel inspired, and some days you wish it to be, feel empty. Real success comes from discipline. Real success comes from doing what needs to be done even when you hate doing it, even when your body is tired, even when your mind says stop. Because your future is built in the moments where you refuse to quit. A weak person stops when life becomes painful. A strong person becomes more focused. That is the mindset difference. Pain either destroys you or transforms you. Most people allow pain to break them because they never learn how to control their minds. They let emotions control their decisions. They wait to feel good before they take action. But winners take action regardless of feelings. You must understand something important. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is responsible for your future except you. If you want money, work for it. If you want respect, earn it. If you want a powerful life, become stronger. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for life to become easier. Life never, wish it to be, becomes easier. You simply become stronger through suffering. The truth is, the harder your journey becomes, the more valuable your success will feel. Easy victories create weak people. Hard battles create legends. Every scar teaches something. Every failure teaches something. Every painful moment shapes you into somebody different. And one day, the same struggles that once made you cry will become the reason people admire you. There are people right now wasting their lives because they are, wish it to be, scared of sacrifice. They are scared to lose comfort. They are scared to be uncomfortable for a few years, so they stay average forever. They choose temporary pleasure over long-term greatness. They choose entertainment over discipline. They choose excuses over responsibility. And then they wonder why their lives never change. If you truly want success, you must become obsessed with growth. You must learn to love hard work. You must train your mind to stay calm under pressure, because the world respects people who can handle pain without breaking. The world respects people who stay focused while others fall apart. And when you finally build yourself into that kind of person, your entire life changes. Comfort is one of the most dangerous things in the modern world because it feels safe while secretly destroying your future. Most people do not fail because they are not talented. They fail because they become too comfortable. They get addicted to easy living. They wake up late, waste, wish it to be hours on social media, avoid difficult situations, and repeat the same lazy routine every single day. Then years later, they look at their lives with regret, wondering why nothing changed. The truth is simple. Comfort destroys ambition. The moment a person becomes too comfortable, they stop growing. They stop challenging themselves. They stop taking risks. They stop improving. And once growth stops, life becomes empty. A comfortable life may feel peaceful for a short time, but in reality, it, wish it to be, slowly weakens your mind, your discipline, and your ability to survive pressure. Look at society today. People are becoming mentally weaker every year. Small problems break them. Small criticism hurts their feelings. A little stress makes them panic. Why? Because they train themselves to avoid discomfort. They built a lifestyle around pleasure instead of strength. They only do things when they feel like it. But life does not care about your feelings. Success does not care about your mood, wish it to be. The world rewards people who can perform under pressure, not people who need comfort every second of the day. The strongest people in the world are not the people who had easy lives. Strong people are built through struggle, through discipline, through sacrifice, through difficult moments that force them to evolve. If you remove hardship from a person's life, you also remove their chance to become stronger. That is why comfort is dangerous. It keeps people weak while making them believe they are, wish it to be, happy. A man who avoids pain will never discover his true potential. He will stay average because he is scared of struggle. He will avoid hard work because it feels uncomfortable. He will avoid risk because failure scares him. He will avoid discipline because laziness feels easier. And little by little, his dreams disappear. Not because he could not achieve them, but because comfort made him too weak to chase them. Nothing valuable in life comes from comfort. Think about it. A strong body is, wish it to be, built through painful workouts. A successful business is built through stress, sacrifice, and sleepless nights. Confidence is built by facing fear repeatedly. Respect is earned through discipline and consistency. Every powerful thing in life requires discomfort first, but weak people want rewards without suffering. They want success without sacrifice. That mindset guarantees failure. The problem with comfort is that it tricks you. It whispers lies into your mind. It tells you to relax today and work tomorrow. It tells you one more hour of entertainment will not hurt. It tells you to avoid difficult conversations, difficult work, difficult challenges. And every time you listen to that voice, you become softer. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, you lose a small piece of your potential. Winners understand something that average people never learn. Growth only happens when you are uncomfortable. When your body is tired but you keep going, you grow. When your mind wants to quit, wish it to be, but you stay focused, you grow. When life becomes difficult but you refuse to give up, you grow. That is how powerful people are created. Not through easy living, but through resistance. Most people spend their entire lives chasing comfort because they think comfort equals happiness. But real happiness comes from progress. Real happiness comes from becoming stronger. Deep inside, every human being wants purpose, achievement, and respect. And none of those things come from living an easy life. Wish it to be. You cannot respect yourself if you know you are lazy. You cannot feel proud if you know fear controls your decisions. Comfort may feel good temporarily, but eventually it creates frustration because you know you are capable of more. There is a reason successful people wake up early, train hard, work long hours, and stay disciplined. It is not because those things are fun. It is because they understand the value of suffering. They know that temporary discomfort creates long-term power. While wish it to be. Average people chase entertainment, winners chase improvement. While weak people avoid stress, strong people use stress to sharpen themselves. The world today is filled with distractions designed to keep people comfortable. Endless scrolling, endless entertainment, endless excuses. Everything is trying to steal your focus and keep you weak. And if you are not careful, you will waste years of your life trapped inside comfort without even realizing it. Days become months, months become years. Wish it to be. Suddenly you wake up older with the same dreams you had before, but no progress because comfort stole your ambition. You must become dangerous enough to reject comfort. You must train yourself to do difficult things even when you do not want to do them. Wake up early when your body wants more sleep. Work harder when your mind says relax. Stay disciplined when everyone around you is distracted, because every difficult decision you make builds mental strength. Every uncomfortable moment makes you, wish it to be, harder to break. The people who dominate life are not superhuman. They simply learned how to live without depending on comfort. They learn how to stay calm during pressure. They learn how to embrace struggle instead of fearing it. And once you develop that mindset, your entire life changes. Because when you stop needing comfort, you become capable of achieving things that weak people can never even imagine. Sacrifice is the thing most people talk about, but very few people truly understand. Wish it to be. Everybody wants a better life. Everybody wants money, respect, freedom, success, and power. But the moment life asks them to sacrifice something, they hesitate. They want greatness while still protecting their comfort. They want success without giving up distractions. They want powerful results while living weak habits. And that is exactly why most people stay average forever. The reality of life is simple. Every reward demands a price. Nothing valuable comes free. If you want to become, wish it to be, stronger, you must sacrifice comfort. If you want to become successful, you must sacrifice time. If you want to build a powerful future, you must sacrifice temporary pleasure. There is always a trade. The people who understand this become unstoppable, while the people who avoid sacrifice remain trapped in the same place year after year. Look around at successful people. Do you think they became successful by accident? Do you think they reached the top while relaxing every day, wasting time? Wish it to be. Sleeping all afternoon and avoiding responsibility? Absolutely not. Behind every successful person is a story full of sacrifices nobody talks about. Missed parties, lost sleep, stress, pressure, loneliness, endless hours of work while everybody else was enjoying comfort. That is the hidden side of success people never see. Weak people are obsessed with immediate pleasure. They always choose what feels good right now instead of what benefits them long term. They waste hours scrolling on their wish it to be phones, chasing entertainment, gossip, distractions, and comfort. Then they complain about their lives. They complain about money. They complain about opportunities. But they never want to sacrifice the habits destroying them. They want change without changing themselves. A disciplined person understands something powerful. Temporary sacrifice creates permanent rewards. Every hour you spend improving yourself instead of wasting time puts you ahead of millions of people. Every time you say no to, wish it to be, distractions and yes to discipline, you become stronger mentally. That is why sacrifice builds unstoppable people. Because sacrifice trains your mind to stop depending on comfort and pleasure. There will be moments where sacrifice hurts. You will feel tired. You will feel isolated. You will watch other people enjoying life while you are still working toward your goals. And during those moments, weak people quit because they think sacrifice means suffering without purpose. But strong people wish it to be. Understand the bigger picture. They understand that the pain is temporary, but the rewards can last forever. The problem today is that society teaches people to avoid discomfort. People are trained to chase convenience in everything. Fast entertainment, fast food, fast success, fast validation. Nobody wants to wait anymore. Nobody wants to struggle anymore. But life does not reward impatience. Life rewards discipline, consistency, and sacrifice. The people who can delay pleasure are always wish it to be. People who dominate in the long run. Think about every great achievement in history. Athletes sacrifice comfort to train for years. Entrepreneurs sacrifice free time to build businesses. Fighters sacrifice peace to sharpen themselves mentally and physically. Students sacrifice sleep to master their skills. Every powerful person had to give up something to gain something greater. That is how life works. You cannot keep weak habits and expect a strong future. Many people destroy their own dreams, wish it to be, because they are emotionally attached to comfort. They are scared to sacrifice toxic friendships, bad routines, useless entertainment, or lazy lifestyles. They keep choosing temporary happiness over long-term success. And the dangerous thing is, comfort feels harmless in the moment. One lazy day feels normal. One wasted week feels normal. But over time, those small decisions destroy ambition completely. Sacrifice also means becoming comfortable with being misunderstood. There will be people who wish it to be. Laugh at your discipline. People who call you obsessed because you are focused on your goals. People who become angry because you stopped wasting time with them. But you must understand something important. Average people will always criticize the person trying to rise above average, because your discipline reminds them of their weakness. If you truly want success, you must become willing to sacrifice things other people refuse to sacrifice. You must sacrifice excuses. Sacrifice laziness, wish it to be. Sacrifice distractions. Sacrifice short-term pleasure. Sacrifice the version of yourself that keeps choosing comfort over growth. Because your future is created by the choices you make daily, not by your wishes. There is a huge difference between interested people and committed people. Interested people work when it feels easy. Committed people work no matter how hard life becomes. Interested people talk about goals. Committed people sacrifice for them. And that difference changes everything, wish it to be. Because commitment forces growth. Commitment forces discipline. Commitment forces transformation. The strongest people on earth are not the most talented. They are the most disciplined. They are the people willing to suffer longer than everybody else. While weak people are searching for shortcuts, strong people are building themselves through sacrifice every single day. They understand that every difficult decision builds mental strength. Every sacrifice builds character. Every moment of wish it to be. Discipline separates them further from the average crowd. Most people underestimate how powerful sacrifice really is. Sacrifice changes your mindset completely. It teaches patience. It teaches focus. It teaches self-control. It teaches you how to survive pressure without breaking emotionally. And once a person masters those things, they become very difficult to stop. Because at that point, life can throw stress, pain, pressure, failure, and criticism at them, and they still keep moving forward, wish it to be, while everybody else is making excuses and giving up. Weak minds quit when life gets hard. That is the reality most people do not want to hear. The moment pressure enters their lives, they panic. The moment things stop going their way, they lose control emotionally. They start making excuses, blaming other people, blaming circumstances, blaming luck, blaming everything except themselves. And because of that mindset, they stay stuck in the same position for years while stronger people continue, rising. Life was never designed to be easy. Every person on earth faces problems, pain, stress, failure, rejection, and disappointment. Nobody escapes struggle. But the difference between weak people and strong people is how they respond when difficult moments arrive. Weak people collapse under pressure. Strong people become more focused. Most people today are mentally fragile because they have trained themselves to avoid hardship. They run away from uncomfortable situations. They avoid challenges. They avoid responsibility. They only want easy victories and instant rewards. But real life does not work that way. Real life tests you constantly. It tests your patience, your discipline, your focus, and your emotional control. If your mindset is weak, every small problem will feel like a disaster. A weak mind always looks for escape. Instead of facing problems directly, weak people distract themselves. They waste time scrolling on social media. They hide behind entertainment. They wish it to be. Complain to others instead of taking action. They spend more energy talking about problems than solving them. And over time, this behavior destroys confidence completely because deep inside they know they are avoiding responsibility. Strong people are different. When life becomes painful, they do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" They ask, "How do I become stronger from this?" That mindset changes everything. Because difficult situations are not there to destroy you. They are there to reveal who you really are. Pressure exposes weakness. Pain exposes character. Hardship shows whether you are disciplined or emotional. Think about fighters stepping into a ring. Do you think they are fearless? They feel pressure like everyone else. But they train their minds to stay calm under stress. That is the difference. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite fear. Weak minds freeze when they feel pressure. Strong minds keep moving even when things feel, wish it to be, uncertain. The world respects people who can stay calm during chaos. Anybody can act confident when life is easy. Anybody can smile when money is good and everything is going perfectly. But your real character appears when life becomes difficult, when you lose money, when people doubt you, when plans fail, when stress becomes heavy. Those are the moments that separate average people from dangerous people. Weak people want life to become easier. Strong people become stronger. That is the mindset, wish it to be. Shift that changes lives. Because if you spend your entire life waiting for perfect conditions, you will never grow. Problems never stop. Challenges never stop. New levels always bring new pressure. So instead of trying to escape hardship, you must train yourself to handle it better. Most people quit too early because they misunderstand pain. They think struggle means failure. They think stress means they should stop. But struggle is part of growth. Stress is part of transformation. Wish it to be. Successful person faced moments where they felt exhausted mentally and emotionally. But they kept moving forward while weaker people gave up. The dangerous thing about quitting is that it becomes a habit. Once a person starts running away from difficult situations, they continue doing it everywhere in life. They quit businesses. They quit goals. They quit relationships. They quit dreams. Eventually, they stop believing in themselves completely because their mind becomes trained to escape instead, wish it to be, of fight. That is why mental strength is one of the most valuable things a human being can build. A strong mind allows you to survive pressure without losing focus. It allows you to stay disciplined even when emotions are screaming at you to stop. It allows you to continue moving forward while everybody around you is collapsing mentally. The modern world is creating weak people because comfort is everywhere. Everything is designed to make life easy. Easy entertainment, easy distractions, easy, wish it to be, pleasure. And because of this, people are losing their ability to tolerate pain and pressure. Small inconveniences destroy their mood. Small failures destroy their confidence. They expect life to reward them without demanding struggle first. But the truth is, the people who dominate life are usually the people who suffered the most. They faced pain and survived it. They faced rejection and survived it. They faced failure and survived it. Every battle made them mentally harder. Every difficult, wish it to be, moment increased their discipline and emotional control. While weak people were avoiding discomfort, strong people were becoming unstoppable through struggle. You must understand something important. Your mind is like a muscle. If you never challenge it, it stays weak. If you constantly choose comfort, your mental strength disappears. But when you force yourself to face difficulty, your mind becomes stronger over time. Every difficult workout strengthens discipline. Every stressful situation, wish it to be, strengthens emotional control. Every painful experience builds resilience. There will be moments where you feel tired, stressed, lonely, and frustrated. Moments where you feel like quitting everything. Those moments happen to everybody. But in those moments, you discover who you truly are. Weak minds surrender to emotions. Strong minds stay committed to the mission. Because at the end of the day, success does not belong to the smartest people or the luckiest people. Success belongs to the people, wish it to be, who can keep fighting after life punches them in the face over and over again. It belongs to the people who refuse to break mentally no matter how difficult things become. Success belongs to those who endure suffering. That is the truth most people refuse to accept because suffering is uncomfortable. People want motivation without discipline. They want rewards without sacrifice. They want victory without pain. But life has never worked that way, and it never will. Every successful person you wish it to be admire suffered in silence before the world ever noticed them. Behind every powerful individual is a story full of struggle, pressure, loneliness, stress, and moments where quitting felt easier than continuing. Most people give up too early because they think suffering means something is wrong. The moment life becomes difficult, they assume they are failing. But suffering is not proof that you are losing. Sometimes suffering is proof that you are growing. Growth is painful because transformation, wish it to be, is painful. You cannot become stronger while living an easy life. You cannot build discipline while always choosing comfort. Greatness requires pressure because pressure forces evolution. The reason most people stay average is simple. They cannot tolerate discomfort long enough to change their lives. They quit the moment things stop feeling easy. They start businesses, then give up when money becomes slow. They start training, then quit when their body feels tired. They chase goals until stress, wish it to be, appears, then suddenly they disappear. Weak people are controlled by emotions. The moment they feel pain, they stop moving forward. Strong people are different. Strong people understand that suffering is temporary, but the rewards of discipline can last forever. They know that every painful moment is shaping them into somebody harder, wiser, and more disciplined. While average people are complaining about pressure, strong people are adapting to it. That is why successful people seem unstoppable, wish it to be. It is not because they never suffered. It is because they learn how to suffer without surrendering. Look at every champion in the world. Athletes suffer through brutal training sessions. Fighters suffer through injuries and exhaustion. Entrepreneurs suffer through sleepless nights and financial pressure. Soldiers suffer through pain most people cannot imagine. Nobody reaches the top without sacrifice. Nobody becomes powerful while avoiding struggle. The people who dominate life are usually the wish it to be. People who survive the hardest battles. Modern society teaches people to avoid suffering at all costs. Everything today is designed around comfort and instant pleasure. Fast entertainment, fast food, easy distractions. People are becoming addicted to comfort because comfort feels safe. But comfort creates weakness. It removes hunger. It removes discipline. It removes resilience. And when difficult moments arrive, weak people collapse because they never train themselves to handle pressure, wish it to be. Suffering builds mental toughness. When life tests you repeatedly and you continue fighting, something changes inside you. You become calmer under stress. You stop panicking during difficult situations. You stop depending on motivation. Your mind becomes stronger because pain forces adaptation. That is why people who survive difficult lives often become mentally stronger than people who had everything easy. There are moments in life where you will feel completely exhausted. Moments where nobody, wish it to be, supports you. Moments where it feels like all your hard work means nothing. You will question yourself. You will doubt yourself. And during those moments, weak people quit because they are emotionally driven. But successful people understand that emotions are temporary. They stay committed to the mission even when motivation disappears. A lot of people love the idea of success, but they hate the process required to achieve it. They want the body but not the workouts. They want the money but not the long hours of work. They want respect but refuse to build discipline. They want a better life while keeping the same lazy habits. That mindset guarantees failure because life rewards effort, not wishes. The truth is, suffering creates separation. Most people will never reach high levels in life because they are unwilling to endure what success demands. They break mentally too quickly. They seek comfort too quickly. They allow temporary emotions to destroy long-term goals. But the rare, wish it to be. Individuals who can continue moving forward during pain become extremely dangerous because suffering sharpens them while it destroys everybody else. Every difficult experience teaches something valuable. Failure teaches humility. Rejection teaches emotional control. Financial struggle teaches discipline. Loneliness teaches independence. Pressure teaches focus. Pain forces growth in ways comfort never can. And once a person learns how to endure suffering without losing direction, they become very, wish it to be, difficult to stop. You must stop seeing suffering as your enemy. Suffering is part of the process. The gym hurts because muscles grow through resistance. Business feels stressful because success requires responsibility. Discipline feels difficult because weakness is leaving your body and mind. Every painful stage in life is preparing you for a higher level if you refuse to quit. Weak people spend their lives chasing easy paths, and because of that, they never become powerful. Strong people, wish it to be, understand that the harder path often leads to the strongest results. They willingly accept discomfort because they know comfort keeps people average. While others waste years searching for shortcuts, strong individuals build themselves slowly through consistency, pressure, and discipline. There is also something powerful about surviving difficult times. Once you survive enough pain, fear loses control over you. Stress no longer breaks you emotionally. Criticism no longer stops you. Failure number, wish it to be, longer scares you. You develop a mindset that says, no matter what happens, I will continue. And that mentality changes everything because life becomes easier when your mind becomes stronger. At some point, every successful person realizes the same thing. The suffering they once hated actually became the reason they transformed into somebody capable of achieving greatness. The pressure created focus. The pain created discipline. The loneliness created independence. The struggle created strength. And while weaker people were waiting for life to become easier, they were becoming stronger through every difficult moment they endured.